Okay, so we are officially live on the channel here. So we are live at the moment. Let's see, I just gotta wait for some people to tune into the stream here. So. Hello. Chris, Alright. So apparently there's a new tornado warning, so I'm going to sound the alarm for that. So a tornado warning is actively up. At the moment here. I'm not going to be talking, I know, Ray Maves. I'm not going to be talking for a while here. Honestly, probably only a 30-minute period. The reason for that is because I'm going to be very busy, and very busy after this. Later, I'm going to be just super busy, and I'm sorry that I'm going to be busy, but I just have other things to do. I know that's really short for streaming for me, very short, but I'm really sorry. I sometimes just need to get out of the way here, and I've been really busy lately. So yeah, later I'm gonna be busy. I'm not busy right now, obviously, but later I'm gonna be busy because I have other things that I have to do, including school and other stuff like that. So we're gonna get right into this stream here. Make sure to share this to your family and friends here on the channel. One second, posting something right now on Twitter. Okay, so we're starting this up here now. I hope everybody's ready for this stream. There isn't an ongoing tornado that's confirmed at the moment. We do have a radar indicated tornado warning. This does include if you're in Bellflower, McNulta, Foosland, over towards Lorette, Troster, Lotus, Dickerson, over to Osmond. You are under a tornado warning that's actively in effect here. Rotation is really weak at the moment, but they issued this warning indicating that the storm is rotating, so you need to take shelter. This is in central Illinois, by the way. Central to kind of into eastern Illinois is under this active tornado warning in that red. This is heading straight northeast from here. It's moving at about 25 miles per hour. So if I literally put a storm track on this, it's going to be in Foosland in about 10 or so minutes, maybe even a bit less, more like 8 minutes. About 16 minutes into Proctor. So that's basically the path of where this thing is going to head. And then we do have this other special weather statement up for Bloomington, Normal, Towanda, Myrna, over to Fletcher. A little bit of a hail signature being shown just to the north of Towanda. I'm definitely seeing that little signature just over towards Towanda. It's definitely being shown there. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be paying attention towards that. But the main focus thing, we've been having this little random spike of tornadoes just north in Illinois. The main focus is on this, what we have. So we actually have a severe thunderstorm watch in this area and a tornado watch over here. And if we do preview that up here, 1 second. So just showing this is the severe thunderstorm watch. Active. Its tornadoes are low. EF2 plus tornadoes are low. Severe wind is moderate. Severe hail is moderate. Probabilities on this are 20% chance of 2 or more tornadoes, so most likely we're not going to see really much in the way of tornadoes with this. We could see an isolated tornado or two with this. That's why they do say isolated tornado too. This does include parts of southeastern Louisiana into central and southern portions of Louisiana active at the moment. So a new tornado warning has actively been issued by the National Weather Service here. So we're going to sound the alarm for that. That a new tornado warning is up. So yeah, in the chat, make sure to remind me when a new tornado warning is actively issued from this. So I'm pretty sure that the tornado warning, it's not popping up on here yet on Omega, but it is. I'm pretty sure it is up, because if we do pull up this here, across the severe thunderstorm watch area, there is a active tornado warning for these areas. As you can see, yep, that's the tornado warning. It's not up on Omega yet, so I'm pulling it up on here. So if you're in Columbia, in northern Marion County and south central Mississippi, you are actively under a tornado warning that has been issued for your areas here. So this is advising you where you need to get to your safe spots immediately here with this. So the tornado warning does include Columbia. The rotation isn't very significant, but it's definitely, you can definitely see the signature right there just towards the west of Columbia from that. It's a pretty significant looking storm there. So, yeah. Definitely that. Although, Joel Perez, I really cannot understand a thing you're saying, so I'm really sorry, because I do not speak Spanish. But whatever you're saying, thanks for tuning into the stream. Okay, so actually this was the other storm that I was mentioning. So this is a storm including Ellisville, just south of Laurel. It does have actually a little bit of rotation on it that I am seeing at the moment. So it's something I need to be focused on for the future. So now we're going to switch this over back to radar Omega here. This tornado warning is active for Columbia, Sumbax, Fortenberry, exposed. This is along roads including Interstate 98 going across Columbia in southern Mississippi. So if you're in those areas near Columbia on Interstate 98 near Columbia or Foxworth, you need to be getting in your safe spot immediately and get it straight off that road, just literally right now. Like, that's what I literally just advise for you to be doing. And then over to Good Hope, remain your safe spots here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys, so you are well aware in future severe weather on the channel here. Alright. So, yeah, that is your tornado warning that is active. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning. It says a supercellular thunderstorm with it, too. Honestly, some of these storms that are forming across this little area here are a little bit concerning, even in the severe thunderstorm watch, based on the supercellular thunderstorm look that they do have to them. So, yeah, I'm definitely really paying attention to that. Definitely paying attention to that there. So yeah, so thunderstorm warning for Ellisville over towards Johnson, Peck and Grove. That has a pretty significant looking signature on it, with your outbound winds and your inbound winds and your outbound winds, showing that area of tornadic gradation right there. I can definitely see that's shown. It's not very significant, but that's something we need to be paying attention to here. Also, a extension of the tornado warning is up, so we're going to sound the alarm even towards a extension. So we sound the alarm towards even an extension towards the warning. So take shelter if you're in Gibson City, Elliott, Purdueville, over towards Guthrie, into Melvin, and Foosland especially. Because Foosland, this is the tornado warning that's actively in effect. So if we do put a extended storm track on that, showing it going towards the northeast at around 25 miles per hour. Here, this will impact Foosland in about, just literally right now, Proctor in about 6 minutes, over towards Elliott in about 20 minutes or so, over towards Guthrie in about 20 minutes or so, and Melvin in about 35 minutes. So yeah, it's definitely this area we're really focusing on here. Is this little cell that is rotating with a tornado warning that is being shown from this active system here. And then also a special weather statement's up for Decatur in central Illinois here. So Decatur, there's a little bit of a isolated cell that's roaming. It's a little bit of rotation on. It's very weak, but it's something we have to be focusing on at the moment here. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of this stream, so it's something that I'm trying to get here. So all right. So yeah, there still is this tornado warning for Foosland and Gibson City. Now we're going to focus down on this tornado warning towards Columbia. So if you guys are in Columbia, Fortenberry, exposed over towards Good Hope, and Improve in New Union, you need to get to your shelter if you're on roads 44, 98, and 35 near Columbia. You need to get out of there and get straight to your safe spots here. There's a little bit of tornadic gradation right over Columbia in South Mississippi here. So it's something we're really focusing on. That's why they have issued this tornado warning. So if you're in those areas, you need to remain and stay in your safe spot right now. If you're not already there, get in your safe spot. If we do we're gonna put a tornado track on this. This thing is moving about 30 miles per hour. And so if we do put a storm track on this from basically where it's heading, 30 miles per hour, this will be an Improve in about 20 minutes or less. And in Hickory Grove in about 28 minutes or less, potentially. So yeah, these storms aren't moving the fastest today. And then we also have an active, news severe thunderstorm warning that's actively been issued by the National Weather Service here. So if you're in Brandon, Pelahatchie, over towards Rankin, Gold, I don't even know how to say that, over towards the Commons and Langford, a severe thunderstorm warning is actively up here. It's really hard to see because the radar site in Brandon's kind of making it a little hard to see. But yeah, this is your storm right here over towards Greenfield and Whitfield and Brandon, as you can see, and it has 1-inch hail and 60 miles an hour winds with it. So I advise you to be staying indoors across this region here for this active system that is ongoing at the moment. Anybody has any new questions, I will answer them on the channel. Thanks everybody for the new 2 subs that we just got on the channel. That means a lot to me. So, yeah, this is your storm with that tornado warning in effect near Columbia. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect. It has an actual tornado possible signature on it. This does include Peck and Grove, Ellisville, over towards Tucker's Crossing at the moment. Over towards Johnson in Mississippi. Rotation's very weak on it, but they did issue that tornado possible signature saying that rotation's too weak to put out a tornado warning, but they are they are focusing on that and keeping an eye out on that storm. The reason this thunderstorm is issued is for winds and a little bit of hail that's actively ongoing from this system here. Thanks for the new sub. We have 399 subscribers now. Man, thanks everybody for that. We're almost at 400. Wow. So yeah, thanks Tony. Thanks a lot. So that really means a lot to me. Thanks. We also have the severe thunderstorm warning. We're switching over to Georgia areas right now. So in Shellman, Dawson, Sasser, over towards Brownwood, and Parrott in Georgia, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning that's active here. This is your little storm. Honestly, this thing's not producing any hail that I'm really looking at right now. Hello, Mr. Weather Forecast. No hail that I'm really looking at right now. Mainly just straight line damaging winds from this, as we have 2 different isolated cells here. They're not really the strongest cells I've ever seen, but they are something we need to be focusing on at the moment here. With this system. So, Annie Scott, does it look like McKinney, Virginia could get severe storms tomorrow? Virginia. I don't think Virginia is going to see severe storms tomorrow. There could be some thunderstorms in Virginia, but not that in the case. Tony, you said, will Pensacola, Florida get any bad weather? Actually, Pensacola, Florida is under a slight risk of severe storms for today. The thing is, the storms are kind of struggling across that area because there's not a line of storms bringing inflow into that area. So it really depends right now. You're under slight risk of severe weather with isolated tornadoes possible in Pensacola. So you need to be focusing on that and be prepared. But right now, it doesn't really look that bad for you, which is always a good sign. We're still going to look at this tornado warning that we still do have here. We're going to look at it for a sec. 1 second, guys. Oh, a new tornado warning has been issued, so we are going to sound the alarm as a new tornado warning is active. 1 second. I'm going to sound alarm in just a second. There. Sounding the alarm. No problem, Tony. So, yeah. All right. This is your tornado warning here. If you're in Decatur, Forsyth, over towards Oriana, in central Illinois, you need to be getting to your safe spot immediately here, as you do have a tornado warning that's actively in effect for you. Looks like rotation is definitely there. It's not very significant, but it is definitely there. So it's something you need to be focusing on. And we just hit 400 subscribers. Dang. Thanks, everybody. 400 subscribers. Woo! Wow. Yeah, thanks, everybody. That means a lot. Whoever's on 400 sub, thanks. Man, I'm glad that happened. We're gonna switch over back to this. Thanks, everybody. I just now hit 400 subscribers. Thanks, Mr. Weather Forecast. Wow. Thanks, everybody. Alright, we are back. Sorry guys. We are back. So, tornado warnings include Decatur over towards Forsyth, Oriana, into Sangamon, over towards Larkdale and Forsyth. So this is your storm. It is supercellular in nature here. You have that little curve right there, that little hook right over Decatur. So this is definitely indicating something pretty concerning here, especially in a very populated area of Decatur here. So if you're in Decatur and you're not in your shelter already, you need to get there really immediately. Like, get there now, because that is something we are focusing on. Thanks, Aaron DVMN, for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Means a lot. So yeah, definitely be taking shelter there. Is your tornadic gradation impacting Road 36 and Road 105 near Decatur here. So definitely be focused there. Also, in Interstate 72, you are actively under... In Interstate 72 near Decatur, you are under a tornado warning, and get out of that road immediately for this concerning system here. Thanks everybody for 24 viewers. Wow. So yeah, definitely be taking shelter there. We also have a different tornado warning active. So if you're in Gibson City, over towards Elliott, over towards Purdueville, and Guthrie, over towards Derby and Proctor and Melvin, you need to take shelter as you are under a tornado warning in this red box right here. That includes the tornado warning in that red box. So in those areas, that's indicating that, man, you got to take shelter because you are under this threat. And you are under a tornado warning. Take shelter immediately if you're in Gibson City, Elliott, and Purdueville, and Central Illinois here. If you do put a storm track on the storm's moving at about 30 miles per hour. So that's why we're going to draw this storm track. About 30 miles an hour. Thing's going to impact about Elliott in just a few minutes, Purdueville in about 10 minutes, and to Paxton in about 20 minutes. So, definitely that. And then if you're in Decatur, Forsyth, Oriana still takes shelter. This is the more concerning looking storm in here. Very, very concerning looking storm for that area. Area. So take shelter if you're in Decatur, over towards Larkdale, Oriana, Forsyth. And that is your tornadic gradations. So that's basically the update right now. If you're in for the rotation near Gibson City, that is definitely there. You can see that rotation with those inbound and outbound winds. I'm seeing Duke Clyde. This is your air tornadic gradation with your grays and kind of reds into almost pinks and oranges. That's kind of indicating your area tornadic gradation right there. When those things do collide, that is basically the area where there's tornadic rotation. With this system. Also, we do have a little bit of a special weather statement for Waldo, Pontiac, Cornell, and Illinois, where there's a little bit of a cell that I am actively seeing that looks like it could potentially be a little bit concerning. 1 second, guys. Alrighty, so we're gonna look at some of the storms here in Atlanta. So if we do take a look at some of the storms in Atlanta at the moment here. So if you're in Dawson, over towards Brownwood, over towards Sasser, Oakville, Parrott, over towards Cottondale, there is a little bit of cell that is ongoing here. It has tornado possible with the signature on it is a tornado possible with that severe thunderstorm warning that we are actively concerned about. It has 60 miles an hour winds, a tornado possible on it. Luckily, rotation really doesn't seem to be there right now, so that's something they're really paying attention to, but they're like, it's not rotating enough to issue a warning yet. But that's still something we are paying attention to into the future there. So it's something we are paying attention to, definitely that. And then we also have a severe thunderstorm warning over towards Louisville Station, over towards Union, Shields Place, and Hurd Place, and Upper Bradley Place in Georgia here. This does include 60 miles an hour winds with a tornado possible signature that is active on that. There is actually a little bit of rotation I'm starting to see north of Shields Place. So I could get warned into the future if it does start to rotate a little bit more with that system right there. So it's only something we are paying attention to with that. So yeah, that is your rotation right around there. Something we are focusing on. That's why I do have a tornado possible with that signature. So definitely being focused on that. If we do go back to this active tornado warning that is in effect into portions of Mississippi at the moment here. Man, I'm talking so much. I feel like I need to take a little break for a second almost. So if you're in Good Hope, over towards Improve, Hopewell, over towards New Union, in Bunker Hill and Bethel, you're under a tornado warning that is active here. It's a lot of it, 3 different areas of rotation almost that I'm seeing. The main area being to the north, it's really kind of scattered right now. Not a lot of deepening strong rotation, but I am kind of seeing the main area of rotation right there. It's actually kind of decent rotation that we are seeing right around there where my circle is focused into. And that's something we are focusing on. We're paying attention to that. This is a pretty concerning looking storm. They probably will extend this tornado warning is what really my guess is. As it they'll probably extend the warning. But it depends. I don't really know when they're going to do that. So. So yeah, it's only something we are focusing on at the moment here. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Ellisville, Strength Ford, Waynesboro in Mississippi at the moment here. It also does include Whistler and on Road 84. Road 84. Near Waynesboro. It's a little bit of a storm right there. You can definitely see that storm. It's not rotating, luckily. Not real. It's rotating, but it's not like rotating strong, is what I'm meaning. So that's definitely something I'm not really focusing on too much with that storm there. So if you're near Lena, over towards Carthage, over towards Pearl River. Hey, Tucker.
So I just got done with dinner, and I'm,
Say hello to my live stream.
Oh, hey, guys.
I actually have 16 people watching right now.
That's kind of nice. You should live stream while we play.
Well, yeah, it's for weather, by the way.
Hello?
Alright, so, guys, there is a severe thunderstorm for Brandon over towards Pelahatchie. It has some hail and winds with it, so stay indoors with that storm. And then over towards Carthage, Lena, Pearl River, the severe thunderstorm warning is still in effect for 1-inch hail and 60 miles an hour wind. So, thanks everybody. We just hit 400 subscribers, so thanks. Alright, so if you're in Oriana over towards Larkdale, you are under a tornado warning right now. It's viewed under some capable of producing a tornado, so there's not a tornado with it. But the storm is rotating, so you need to be taking shelter. As you can see that rotation with your inbound and outbound winds colliding with that tornadic rotation that you can see with your reds and greens going together as your tornadic rotation. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave, but like I'll call you guys back in like 30 minutes, alright? Okay, that was some of my friends. So yeah, take shelter right now if you're in Oriana. In Larkdale, there is this little storm right here with some rotation with it. There's your little storm right there with this rotation. So take shelter immediately if you're in Oriana, really. And it does include Interstate 72 near Oriana. So take shelter there if you're on that road, and get out of that road, because that is something really concerning. So, yep. Hello, Mr. Weather Forecast. You are actively live. I do see that. Hello. And then if you guys are actively in Gibson City over towards Elliott and Melvin, you need to be taking shelter right now over towards Purdueville, as you do have a tornado warning that is active in effect here. That is your air tornadic rotation right there with the reds and greens going together. The rotation isn't very significant right now, but it's something we are really trying to focus on at the moment here. So take shelter in Gibson City in Illinois with this. So make sure you guys are taking shelter here. There is a tornado warning in effect for Good Hope, over towards New Union, over towards Improve. Take shelter right now, as you do actively have a tornado warning here. The rotation is definitely there. You can see the rotation. It's not extremely strong, but you can definitely see that rotation. There's also severe thunderstorm warnings that include Waynesboro over towards Strangford, Merrick, and across Interstate 84 in southern Mississippi near Waynesboro. You need to be focusing on the storm. Like, get off that. Honestly, you can drive, but just be careful, because it's getting windy out there and there's a strong storm coming your way. So that's definitely that. And then a new extension to the tornado warning has been issued. So we're going to set the alarm for this. So a tornado warning has been issued here. So if you guys are in Summerall over towards Seminary, in Improve, Summerall, Seminary, Improve, Hickory Grove, over towards Sandhill, Mount Zion, and Estabucci, this basically does include all of northwestern Forest County, southeastern Covington County, northwestern Lamar County, southwestern Jones County, and southeastern Jefferson Davis County, and southeastern Mississippi here. This is a big extension of the tornado warning that is active here. And this is now including these areas, so there's a really broad and just really big area of rotation here. If one area does start to rotate, I know, if one big area does start to rotate a little bit more, then a tornado could start to form. Luckily, we're not seeing signs of that right now, but there still is a tornado warning up with this system here at the moment. So over towards Seminary, Summerall, on This also does include near Interstate 59, just to the north of Hattiesburg. So get off that road if you're there and take shelter. Also, a news of your thunderstorm warning. Actually, we'll look at that in a sec. We're gonna put a storm track on this storm to show you where you need to be taking shelter at. So, okay, I gotta check how the speed of this storm is moving. 35 miles per hour. Wow, fast-moving system. Definitely a fast-moving system. All right, so 35 miles per hour. Not 25, 35. This is going to impact Hickory Grove just about now. Higgins in about 10 minutes. Over towards Beanham in about 10 minutes or so. Coral in about 10 minutes or so. Into Summerall in about 11 minutes, into Sanford in about 25 minutes or so, maybe even earlier. Lux in about 25 minutes or so. Over towards Shelton in about 30 minutes, or maybe even less. Over towards Rainey in about 35 minutes. Over towards Oakbury in about 40 minutes. And more towns into the future that I'm not going to include until they get under the warning. So yeah, definitely for that ongoing tornado warning that we are very concerned about. If you're in Marksville, Hesmer, over towards Manshura, over towards Borodino, over towards Borlandville, you are on raise of your thunderstorm warning with 1-inch hail over towards 60 miles an hour winds. There's no rotation with it, luckily, but this is something we are becoming to focus on. We're not like focusing on this more than other storms, is what I mean. But this is a concerning threat with 1-inch hail and 60 miles an hour winds. You can see a little bit of stronger hail core right around there near Spring Bowl Landing. I'm pretty sure this is in Louisiana. Yes, it definitely is. In those areas. That's definitely something we are focusing on at the moment. Guys, do you have any new questions? I will answer them on the channel here. Looks like they extended the warning towards Esperance Landing. Actually, Newsview was warning because there's another storm with this, a little bit of hail on it too. Over towards Del Hoste and to Fairview and Deer Park. Not really much of a populated area though, under that. Funny how there's more activity in the severe thunderstorm warning than there is. The severe thunderstorm watch than there is in the storm watch, because it looks like a little more inflow is being shown here, as it's kind of interacting with some other storms right there. Really, I know that there was a higher threat rate in here, but the thing about that area is that there's not a lot of storms like colliding with this, bringing more inflow, and really if that would have happened, this threat might have been higher there, but it's not really looking like that at the moment. Tornado possible still up in portions of Georgia, including Louisville, over towards Louisville Station, over towards Upper Bradley Place, over towards Jamestown town. And honestly, I'm seeing some definite rotation with that. I wouldn't be surprised if the tornado warning got issued in that area. I really wouldn't be surprised. I think they should issue a tornado warning in that area, just to be safe than sorry, because that is definitely rotating that I'm definitely seeing. With that, definitely is rotating. From this system. So how are we looking in Gulf Coast, Mississippi? Said we were supposed to have. Hasn't even rained yet. Gulf Coast, Mississippi. Alright. I'm going to look at that area. Gulf Coast. Google Maps. So what's that area? Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast, Mississippi. So, honestly, I'm not sure. Is that near, like... I don't see any place called Gulf Coast. Mississippi. Oh, Mississippi Gulf Coast. Just like in the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. So 4 portions of the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. There are some isolated showers and thunderstorms over towards Biloxi into Gulfport, Bay St. Louis. There is some isolated showers and thunderstorms that I am seeing there. That could start to strengthen a little more. Luckily, this thought is just towards the north in the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. Hancock County, okay. Thanks for that. Look at that. Look at that, Hancock County. County, Mississippi. Okay, so I see that county. That's over towards Bay St. Louis. In a diamond head. So there are actually some showers and thunderstorms just to the north of there that I am seeing. Sadly, they are heading towards the north of you. There are some other storms that could form and strengthen for you. It's kind of spotty, so it's kind of a hit or miss type thing. But you definitely could get some storms later, but it's really a hit or miss. Like, it might happen, might not. Might happen, might not. So it's basically a hit or miss type thing with that system. So still take shelter, guys. I hope that answered your question. Still take shelter if you're in the tornado warning. And red here for Summerall over towards Hickory Grove. And a Morris over towards Higgins. And Summerall here. Definitely do that. Be prepared. Okay. Alright, guys, so still take shelter if you're in Summerall over towards Seminary. Take shelter. There's still a tornado warning in effect here, so it's definitely still concerning here. If you do take a look at the tornado gradation here, there is still a little bit of tornado gradation over towards Summerall that we are focusing on, with a pretty significant looking supercell here. Also have a severe thunderstorm warning for McCool, Ackerman, so focus on that in Mississippi, Carthage, Pearl River under a severe thunderstorm warning, and more areas. Now, what we're really going to look at, okay, so another tornado warning is up here, so we're going to show that. So if you are in Roberts over towards Ridgeville, Onarga, over towards Thawville, take shelter as a tornado warning is actively in effect. Hey, thanks, Bayou Gonzalez, for subscribing to the YouTube channel. We have 405 subscribers now. That does mean a lot to me. So yeah, take shelter in those areas as there is a tornado warning effect here. Also take shelter if you guys are in Monticello, over towards Cisco, over towards Amenia, over towards DeLand and Coms. There is a area tornado gradation that we are seeing with your greens moving away with your greens moving towards the radar and your reds moving away from radar. When this seems too quiet, that is your area tornado gradation. Right around there is your strongest little peak of pixels of tornado gradation heading north towards Cisco and Amenia at the moment. So that's something we are definitely focusing on with this thing at the moment. With this. Alright, guys, sadly, this is about to be the ending of my, not the stream, I'm going to keep the stream up. This is going to be the ending of me talking because I'm about to be busy and I have to go do something. So this is just about the ending of my stream, and I'm really sorry, guys. I really want to keep talking, but this is going to have to be the ending here. Remain to take shelter here in Summerall in those areas here, and also remain in your safe spots towards Monticello and Thawville. Remain in your safe spots here. I'm going to have a weather radio up, but sadly I'm going to have to stop talking. So I'm really sorry about that, guys. I really want to keep talking, but I'm going to stop talking. So I'm just going to put a little thing that says busy in the background because I am busy. I know a lot of new people just started to tune in, so remain to take shelter in Summerall over towards Seminary, also towards Sanford over towards Rainey and Mount Zion. We do have an area that we're really focusing on here. There's definitely you can see that area of hail here, and tornado warning with your areas of rotation right there. So take shelter there. Remain in your safe spot there if you guys are in those areas. And then we also do have this tornado warning zone effect for Monticello over towards Roberts and Thawville. Still at the moment. I hit 400 subs. I'm at 405. So if you're in Monticello and Cisco, still take shelter here. If we do take a look at the rotation, I'm about to stop talking. There's the area track rotation right there, as you can see. So we're definitely focusing on that. It's not too much rotation, but it's still something that's strong enough for them to issue a tornado warning. Also, it's a little bit of rotation right over there. It's not the strongest thing I've ever seen, but it's definitely something I am focusing on with this system here at the moment. Still that rotation over towards Summerall we're focusing on. Still that rotation. Man, so we do have to go AFK. I'm really sorry. I really want to keep talking for longer. But we are going to have to set the stream to being AFK here. I'm really sorry. But that's just how we are going to do it here. So, yeah, we definitely are focusing on this because it definitely is concerning. But I'm about to be busy, and I'm really sorry about that. But that's just how it goes sometimes. And then I'm going to add something to the stream. So basically, I'm going to add something. 1 second, guys. I think winter's over. No, it's not waiting until tournament to make a call. Yeah. Okay. There, Rain Maze. Okay. Yep. Thanks everybody for 20 subscribers. I know there's a lot ongoing, but I do have to go. So, I'm going to put on a weather radio to tell you where you need to be taking shelter here with this. So, I'm sorry that I have to go, guys. I'm really, really sorry. But sometimes people just get busy. You know? It happens. I'm a 12-year-old kid, and I can't just always do weather the whole time. It's not my job. I really can't always just do the weather. I can't always do the weather. It's my passion. I really want to be a weatherman. I love the weather so much. I just really love the weather. But sometimes you just got to call it off and go AFK for a bit. Because you are busy. When somebody's busy, it just happens. So yeah, I really love the weather, and I promise I'm not saying I'm not gonna stop doing the weather or anything. I'm always gonna be doing the weather. I'm just saying that to show. I'm not saying that in any way to say anything. I'm just saying that to show where that I'm just saying that to show. So. So, yep. Huh? I'm confused, Chant. The audio is awful on this. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think my audio is awful. Yeah, my audio is fine how it is. I guess this might be something with your problem. Sorry. It's probably something with your audio. Because my audio is perfectly fine. I do not know what you're talking about. My audio is perfectly fine. So, yeah. I'm turning on the weather radio now.
Greetings from TornadoHQ.com.
No, you're fine. Thanks, Carolyn. Thanks. Yeah. But, this whole entire time I've been really talking about the weather a lot. Like, a lot. I have to go AFK. There's a lot of tornado warnings. I really want to keep talking about it, but I have to go AFK, and I'm really sorry about that. But, I have to go AFK sometimes, so, not just AFK, I'm busy, so that's what I mean. I hope you guys understand.
A total of 3.2 inches of snow fell during the period, which is 4.4 inches below the normal amount of 7.6. There were 1,101 heating degree days this period, which is 32 above the normal amount of cloudy with scattered snow showers.
Man, wrong thing.
Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 30%. For Thursday.
1 second, I'm trying to find the right audio. Okay.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Mississippi. tornado warning for Mississippi. is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Louisiana and Mississippi. There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Alabama. There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Mississippi. one new severe thunderstorm warning for Mississippi. There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Louisiana.
Alright, guys, just for a little bit of an update for the stream here, I'm about to end the stream. I just stopped being busy for a bit, but I just now ending the stream because it looks like a lot of the activities kind of starting to wind down a bit. So that's why I decided we are going to end this stream. Now, there is still a severe thunderstorm watch that is active for a lot of the areas, including Jackson, Mississippi, in those areas. But it does seem like the main threats do seem to be winding down a little bit right now at the moment with this here. One little second. They did say that a gradual increase in severe weather is expected, so a 60% chance to watch perhaps a tornado or two. So it looks like they might issue a new wash across this area right here. So that's something, I guess I'd say it's not completely going on, as an upward tick in coverage could occur over this evening. A new watch may be warranted. So just be prepared in those areas. We still have severe thunderstorm warning, so be prepared for this. There is a tornado possible, and it doesn't include Waynesboro over to Whistler. Actually, I am seeing a tiny bit of tornado activation near Whistler on Interstate 84 near Whistler, heading towards Boyce in Waynesboro. As you can see that area of tornado activation right there. I am definitely kind of seeing that. So that's something we are looking at there. Let's see. So if we do look at the storm, we do have a storm pretty close to Baton Rouge. So if you're in Denham Springs over towards Livingston and Walker in Louisiana, you'll notice if this morning 1 inch hail is just the main threats with that storm. Then we also have a storm with 1.25 inch hail and 6 miles per hour winds. This does include Roxy and over towards Weston in Mississippi at the moment. It's a pretty big storm right here. Looks like this isn't rotating at all. We still gotta focus a little bit on this storm right here that is rotating a tiny bit. This is something I'm going to be paying attention to. I'm gonna end the stream, but I will definitely be paying attention to, and I will make an update on Twitter. So for Twitter users, my Twitter is called Blaze Weather. My Twitter is called Blaze Weather, so if you want to check that out, you can definitely check that out, as that's what my name is called. We still focus a little bit on this storm right here that is rotating a tiny bit. This is something I'm going to be paying attention to. I'm gonna end the stream, but so yeah, if you have Twitter, then search out Blaze Weather on Twitter, and I will check that out for you. So yeah, over towards Waynesboro, over towards Whistler and Boyce, Punta Grove, still looks like there's something that we are going to have to be paying attention to. So I'll pay attention to that, and I'll give you guys any updates on Twitter for that storm. I will definitely give you guys some updates. I know I haven't really put any updates on Twitter really lately, but I promise you I will make an update on this stream here. Honestly, okay, we just went up to 8 viewers. That's pretty cool. I'm really sorry, guys, about this. Well, I kind of have to end the stream now. Some updates. I really hope everybody has enjoyed this stream really a lot. I really hope. I tried to make this stream be a pretty good stream. I tried to make it look good. I just tried to make it good in general. And I think I did a pretty good job doing that. Really. And I hope I'm really thanks to everybody in this stream for really just making my life better generally. Like my life's already really good, obviously, but like just everything with weather is just helps me so much. It just makes me really happy. Like this is what I've always wanted to be when I grew up, a weather person, and like it just helps, you know. Mesothelial discussion, that is that 60% chance of watch. So I think we're gonna see a new watch issued. Sorry, I'm coughing a little bit, for Tuscaloosa over towards Birmingham. There's a little bit of storm starting to form in that area, so watch could definitely get issued there in that region. Man, 10 watching now. It's funny how we just started improving the watching people whenever I start talking again. I promise, guys, I really did a bad job. I'm really sorry. I didn't do the best job during the whole entire event. I just did not talk that much in my streams. Like, I've just really kind of been a bummer. Because yesterday, I just did not talk in my streams that often. And yes, I'm pretty sorry for that. I'm sorry for that. I'll try to improve on that a little bit more. So I'm definitely sorry, but yeah. On the next streams that comes up, when the next severe weather event comes, I promise to be on there more. I definitely promise to be on there more. I definitely promise to be on there more during streams, and yeah. I just really hope everybody has enjoyed this stream here. Tuscaloosa and Birmingham, be on the lookout as a new watch is going to get issued for your area. For any new users, I do have Twitter, and you can check it out as they will make updates on Twitter if anything new happens. There's a little bit of rotation there. Looks like the warning got unissued. There's a little bit of rotation with that system, so I'll give you guys some updates on Twitter. Check out my Twitter out. It's called Blaze Weather, just BLAZE Weather. There's a news thunderstorm warning for this area, so that's something we need to focus on. BLAZE weather, as I will update you on a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Alabama and Mississippi.
This is it, right here. Alabama, Mississippi, southwestern Choctaw County, and over towards northeastern Wayne counties. As you can see, that little area of tornado rotation right there is your area of tornado rotation. With your greens moving away from radar, with the greens moving towards radar and your reds moving away from radar. Once things do collide, that is your area of tornadic rotation, right around there. So that's really what we are focusing on here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm definitely really focusing on that, and I'm ready. So that's your area to focus on right there. As there's a little area of rotation. It's not really updated. One sec. Let's see if it might be getting an update. Yeah, if we put the frames onto that, it's just really started to strengthen on the last few scans from that system. So it's definitely something we're going to watch, and I'll give you guys updates. If a tornado warning is issued, I promise you guys I will update you on Blaze Weather on Twitter. Make sure to check it out. And if that new watch doesn't get issued for Birmingham, I will retweet the watch so you guys get the information. So yeah, I hope everybody did like this stream. It means a lot to me for all the support on the stream. We hit 406 subscribers. It's amazing. I'm so happy that I'm growing on the streams, and I'm glad I'm growing. And I hope to hit 800 subscribers by the end of the year. Let's see if that happens. Let's see if that can happen. Maybe even more than that. Maybe 1,000. That would be my really. I don't even know if that's gonna happen, but that's just a dream, I guess. But yeah. Thanks everybody for all the support on today's stream. It really means a lot. This will be done this morning. Promise I will update you guys on Twitter. I hope